The hum. The sound that isn't supposed to exist. A low, droning vibration. Not music, not machinery, not nature. You lie in bed, and there it is again. A deep hum. Distant but powerful. It shakes the air, rattles glass, vibrates your bones. You close the window, unplug everything, turn off the lights. It doesn't stop. It never stops. Across the world, people report the same thing. The Taos hum in New Mexico. The Bristol hum in England. The Windsor hum in Canada. A sound that only a small percentage of people can hear. No one knows why. Some say it's tinnitus, a trick of the brain. Others say it's underground tunnels, secret weapons, or hidden power grids. But there's one problem. The hum sometimes records on microphones. Machines hear it too, and if it's not inside your head, then something out there is humming, and it wants to be heard. The wow signal, a whisper from the stars. August 15th, 1977. A massive radio telescope in Ohio picks up a signal. Strong, narrow, intelligent. It lasts exactly 72 seconds. One astronomer circles it on the printout and writes a single word. Wow. No natural source has ever been able to replicate it. Not pulsars, not comets, not interference. It came from deep space, from the direction of Sagittarius. And then, silence. No follow-up, no repeat, no explanation. Some say it was a message, a ping from another civilization. Others say it was a glitch, a cosmic echo that never meant anything. But the telescope that heard it never caught another signal like it again. One perfect call. No answer. The Voynich Manuscript. A book that nobody can read. Hundreds of pages written in an alphabet that doesn't exist. Flowing script, looping words, elegant nonsense. Every attempt to decode it has failed. Cryptographers, linguists, even AI models. The language follows patterns too structured to be gibberish, and yet it translates to nothing. The pages are filled with strange diagrams, plants that don't exist, stars and patterns no one can recognize, naked women bathing in green liquid. And the ink? Carbon dated to the early 1400s. Whoever wrote it did it 6 centuries ago. Some say it's a lost code from an extinct culture. Others think it's an elaborate hoax. But maybe it's something else. A record not from this world, but to it. A book meant for minds that don't think like ours. Maybe the reason we can't read it is because it wasn't written for humans. The Dancing Plague. July 1518, Strasbourg. A woman steps into the street and starts dancing. No music, no celebration. Just her. Hours pass. She keeps going. Days pass. Dozens join her. Within a week, hundreds of people are dancing uncontrollably. Their feet bleed. Their bodies collapse. And still, they keep moving. Doctors call it hot blood. Priests call it a curse. Modern scientists call it mass hysteria. But what causes hundreds of people to move in perfect chaos until death? There are no drugs, no hypnosis, no rhythm to follow, just motion, pure, unstoppable. Some think it was ergot poisoning, a fungus that mimics LSD, but others believe it was something older, a kind of possession, a viral energy that spread from body to body. Whatever it was, it vanished as suddenly as it began. No cure, no origin, just silence and exhausted corpses. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, February 1959. 9 experienced hikers vanish in the Ural Mountains. When rescuers find their camp, the tent is shredded from the inside, their belongings left behind. But the hikers, scattered in the snow, some barefoot, some half-dressed. One with a fractured skull, another missing a tongue. The radiation levels, unusually high. No footprints of anyone else. No sign of struggle. No clear cause of death. Officially, unknown compelling force. Unofficially, everything else. Avalanche. Secret weapons test. UFOs. Even infrasound, a low-frequency wave that induces panic and madness. Whatever it was, something terrified them so badly, they ran barefoot into a sub-zero blizzard. And no one has ever agreed on what they were running from. The Children Who Stopped Time. September 1957. Sweden. A small town wakes to find every clock frozen. Every second hand stuck. Every radio silent. And every person awake but paralyzed. For exactly 2 minutes, the world stops. No sound, no motion. Then suddenly, life resumes. The clocks tick again. The people move. Reports of time freezes exist everywhere. Planes losing hours mid-flight. Drivers blinking and finding themselves miles down the road. Astronauts describing missing time during missions. Science blames perception, fatigue, relativity. But what if it's something else? A momentary pause in the simulation. A universal reboot. The kind you're not supposed to notice. Except, sometimes, you do. The deepest voice in the ocean. In 1997, the U.S. Navy detected something in the Pacific. A sound too low, too powerful, too deep to identify. It shook sensors thousands of miles apart. The recording was sped up to make it audible. They called it the bloop. At first, they thought it was ice cracking, then a submarine, then something alive, because the sound pattern matched that of a biological creature, except it was too loud, hundreds of times louder than a blue whale. Whatever made it would have to be the size of a city. The location? A remote stretch of ocean near Point Nemo, the most isolated place on Earth. No ships, no islands, no life for miles. So what screamed from the bottom of the ocean? And why hasn't it made a sound since? The 333 phenomenon. You wake up suddenly. No noise, no dream, just the feeling that something's watching. You check the clock. 3:33 a.m. You go back to sleep. Next night, same thing. 3:33. Again, across the world people report it. The witching hour, a time when the veil is thin, when reality syncs with something else. Psychologists say it's just a sleep cycle pattern, but the odds of waking up at the exact same time over and over aren't what you think. Some call it a spiritual signal, others a glitch in the internal clock of the simulation. But maybe it's simpler. Maybe something really is trying to wake you up. And 3:33 isn't random. It's an alarm. The Phoenix Lights. March 13th, 1997. Arizona. Thousands of people look up. A massive V-shaped formation of lights drifts silently across the sky. No sound, no engine. No aircraft that size exists. It hovers, then vanishes. The military says it was flares, but pilots saw it. Police officers saw it. Civilians recorded it. Even the governor saw it, and later admitted it wasn't flares. Whatever it was, it appeared again in 2007, and again in 2008. Same formation, same silence. If this was man-made, we still can't make it today. If it wasn't, then whoever made it has been visiting for a long time, and they don't need our permission to come back. Shadow people. You see them in the corner of your eye. Black silhouettes. Human-shaped. Gone the moment you look. Every culture has a version. The Hat Man, the Watchers, the Shadows. People report waking up in the night to find one standing over them. No face, no voice. Just a shape, darker than darkness itself. Sometimes they move closer. Sometimes they just watch, and sometimes they crawl. Sleep experts say it's hypnagogic hallucination. Your brain half awake, half dreaming. But here's the catch. People who don't know each other describe seeing the same figures. Same hat, same eyes, same presence. If this was just imagination, why are the details always identical? Maybe they're not hallucinations at all. Maybe they're maintenance workers. Things that only exist in the dark spaces of the code. And if you ever turn the lights on too fast, you might just catch one still finishing its job. Ball lightning. A thunderstorm, a flash of light, and then a glowing orb drifts through the air. Silent. Weightless. It passes through walls, floats through windows, and explodes without warning. Ball lightning has been seen by pilots, sailors, entire towns. But no one knows what it is. It behaves like plasma, but it moves like it has a mind. Some follow people around. Some hover near airplanes mid-flight. Others appear indoors, with no storm outside. Scientists have recreated similar effects in labs, but never the real thing. No formula, no predictability. It just appears, like it knows when you're watching. Some believe it's a natural electrical phenomenon. Others say it's a life form, energy-based, ancient, intelligent. Whatever it is, it doesn't obey physics. It obeys something else, something we don't understand yet. The zone of silence. In the middle of the Mexican desert, there's a place where radio signals die, compasses spin, watches stop, and even birds avoid flying overhead. Locals call it La Zona del Silencio, the zone of silence. NASA once lost a test missile there. It went hundreds of miles off course and crashed directly in the zone's center. When they came to retrieve it, the team's radios stopped working. Vehicles stalled. Nothing electronic behaved normally. Scientists say it's just magnetic minerals or odd geology, but some believe the zone isn't natural at all, that it's a doorway, a corridor between dimensions. People who visit describe voices in the air, whispers in languages no one recognizes. And when they leave, their clocks don't match the time they entered. The Black Knight satellite. There's something orbiting Earth. Dark. Silent. Not ours. Radio operators first picked up its signal in the 1950s, a repeating transmission from polar orbit, a path no human satellite had taken. Images from later missions show a black object, jagged, geometric, moving independently. NASA says it's just space debris, a lost thermal blanket. But the object has been tracked for decades. It changes trajectory. It reappears after disappearing for years. Some believe it's an ancient satellite, placed there long before we existed, maybe by another civilization, maybe by ourselves in another cycle. A silent observer that's been watching for centuries. And if it's truly that old, then it's seen us from the very beginning. And it's still there, watching. The end. Maybe these are all glitches. Maybe they're all illusions. Or maybe they're clues. Signals left in the fabric of reality, little reminders that we still don't understand where we are or what we're part of. And maybe that's the strangest thing of all. That no matter how much we learn, the universe always keeps something hidden, waiting for us to notice. Just once more, before it hums again.